still want in? Do you still want it?
Dear ears, welcome back to another episode of Steve's Attic Songs. We're very happy to have you. The beginning of this episode, you will have heard a choice snippet from last month's episode. So that hopefully is just a little teaser.
The lament that was.
Exactly.
Or the lamentable, do you still want in?
It was good. We definitely had fun. It's worth listening to. But I'm getting ahead of myself again. Let me just give you a quick little reminder of what we are doing. Steve has challenged himself to write an original piece of music, so compose and perform, once a month for the next year. And what we're going to do is each month, Steve's going to play the piece that he's recorded, and we will have a guest listener on. And the goal is to listen and do some kind of auditory autopsy on the soundtrack, and then talk about the creative process, on the search to write a banger. So this month we have our friend Bob is back.
Hi there.
And Steve and myself are here as usual.
The unvarnished truth.
You know, we said if we can think of a better name by the next episode, we will. Are we going to change the name to Bangerama? Is that what we're...
I'm not sure. I like the Steve's Attic Song.
Steve's Attic Song.
And then colon.
Bangerama.
Bangerama.
Bangerama in the Urban Dictionary has another meaning. It means a place where adolescents go for sex.
Aye.
But
we're not adolescents.
But we're not adolescents. So I think the audience will understand that it is about music and not about fumblings of that nature. Maybe the audience can write in to us if they feel that it is that offensive that they can't live with it. But until then,
get them to suggest alternatives then.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll go with that then.
Yeah, I think so. And what we can do is we'll give the guest listener first choice at naming the episode.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. So at the moment we have Steve's Attic Songs, the Autopsy number, and then the name of the song. But it doesn't have to be that. If there's something else you want to call it, like a crock of excellence or whatever, you can use that.
Without further ados,
for your appreciation, I present Mad Mad Girl.
Drink, she said plenty. Can't you see my bottle is empty? Cold, she said hold me. You can bend, buckle and fold me. I thought I was the passionate one, always flying too close to the sun. But I think I'm gonna stick around this world with a mad, mad girl. With a mad, mad girl. Oh, she said, whoa, dancing, wanted to go. Where, she said, here, promise you ain't nothing to fear. I was the passionate one, always flying too close to the sun. But I think I'm gonna stick around this world with a mad, mad girl, with a mad, mad. Mommy says she doesn't understand. Daddy says she needs a father hand. Teacher says she doesn't respect. Doctor says her don't her needs check. it's okay, but it's nearly over anyway. Hey, hey, it's alright, there's another one tonight. I thought I was the passionate one, always flying too close to the sun, but I think I'm gonna stick around this world with a mad girl, with a mad girl, mad girl, mad girl, mad girl.
Woo!
There it is, Mad Girl.
Nice.
I didn't dance, I do apologise. I did mean to dance, but slightly different dance, but I forgot to do it.
And for that, I thank you. We weren't grinding to the microphone like we did last time.
So, my retro pitch. What I was trying to do with this one was cover my whole vocal range. So I think I said in sort of the first or second episode that I've got quite what I feel is quite a limited vocal range, but I wanted to have something which took me to my maximum range and also used the falsetto.
Playing to your weaknesses.
Playing to my weaknesses. Also, I set myself at the end of the last one was that I would write something upbeat, because when we were listening to Do You Still Want In, it was a bit slow and plodding for me, so I thought I'd just demonstrate that I guess this is a little bit more typical, and it's particularly the guitar from the second verse onwards, which is like your classic Steve Cook bollocks.
Steve Jones.
Steve Jones. Oh no. Okay, I will edit that.
That's all right.
Lyrically, it's a cautionary tale about, when you're young and you think, yeah, I'm crazy, I'm mad, and then you go somewhere and you hook up with someone and then you think, no, they're mad. I'm actually really quite dull compared to this complete nutter that I've hooked up with. And that's what the lyrics essentially are about.
Real life experience?
Probably an amalgam of real life experiences where you sort of think, I just need to go. I need to leave right now, otherwise this person's going to drag me into their hell.
I definitely preferred the previous one. To be honest, I didn't like your voice on this one.
Okay, go on.
So
go on.
Yeah, your career as a castrato, I'm sorry.
Well, I thought of a way of improving that, actually. But
Stephen Ellie.
Stephen Ellie.
But it would need a couple of bricks. And I don't think I'm quite prepared to sacrifice.
It's a one-way trip.
Yeah.
It was brave that you tried to stretch your vocals.
But foolish. But ultimately doomed.
But yeah, doomed's maybe a bit harsh, but I think you overstretched at times on the chorus, especially. The verses not as bad, not as stretched, but the chorus I think was a bit almost like you'd gone out your range. Quite liked the horn arrangement. It was quite inventive. My favourite bit in the entire song was the little rhythm guitar chugging
in the background.
Not the solo bit, the bit where it just everything drops out and you just got the rhythm guitar.
Yeah.
I like that.
All right, okay.
Yeah, I like that as well. I felt that it was almost two different songs, the first half and the second half. I preferred the second half with the layering and the echoes, the section where you sing "Mummy, she doesn't understand," and you have an echo on the word "mummy," and there's layering, and then there's that sound at the end. Just that clump, those 4 sentences were just richer than everything else, and it made the rest of the song feel poorer. I wish there was more.
I detect
more of
I'm
that.
going to drop back in my score here from you. I thought I was upping my game. I thought this is the one, and this is going to be a triumph. I sense it's not going to be.
Well, I think we could safely say that James and I preferred the last one that you did.
Yeah, definitely.
That it was a better quality song overall. Drew me in more.
Engaged.
But was this one more of a banger?
No.
No.
No. I'd happily listen to the last one at least another one time.
Would you sing along and lose yourself to it though, more than this one in a muddy field?
Yeah, it was more of an earworm than this one.
I think I said the last one, I would stream it, but I wouldn't buy it.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd stream or buy this one.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm with you on that.
I thought that section that James was talking about reminded me of, remember the old sort of 20s pastiche songs that likes of the Beatles used to do, like Honey Pie.
Oh yeah.
For Yodo. It sounded like they had that kind of, you had a vocal effect going on.
Yeah, I did have a vocal effect doing that. Yeah.
So it's like Winchester Cathedral. Is that sort of
No,
effect?
you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
I can't remember exactly now how I created that. It's a completely different vocal track, essentially.
I think the guy that did Winchester, well, the guy that wrote Winchester Cathedral, who did a demo for it, but he sang through a toilet roll tube or something. I think James and myself thought the vocals were very up front in the mix, and possibly a wee bit sibilant and trebly, and you could hear your breath coming through as well in the singing. I don't know if that's maybe something that you could either mix down a bit, or
you can do,
or take off some of the sibilant sound of it.
I would have tried to reduce the sibilants, so I always have the sibilants filter on. Previous recording, and probably earlier recordings of this, I think my voice sometimes gets lost in the bass guitar or the drums or the lower bass of the rhythm. I was trying to lift it out of that frequency range, so it was intentionally done, but maybe I've overcooked it.
When you explained the rationale behind the song, you said that it was like you thought you were barmy or mad.
Yeah.
But then you meet somebody else and they're really mad, and you realise that maybe I'm not as mad as I thought I was.
Yeah, basically.
But what I didn't get from the song, like when you explained it, I thought it was like somebody that you got close to and then it was like, oh, hang on a second, I'm getting out of here. But in the song, you're saying that you're going to stick around, and
I was alluding to times when I've had that experience, and I said, I'm going to get out of here. But this person's staying with it. The bit I was least happy with was, I think I'm going to stay around this world. So basically the second half of the chorus, I just thought it was a bit corny.
And when you sung it, it didn't flow.
Yeah.
It was slightly awkward. I remember there.
The lyric has to be right. And I would certainly say that from the lyric, that the song we've just had, this is not the lyrics of a banger, I don't think.
What constitutes a banger? What's the, if we're going to do an autopsy, we need to, what's the bone structure of a banger?
The effect it has on an audience. I mean, that's how I measure it. So that's what I'm going for.
Yeah, it's like an almost anthemic.
Yeah, I think there's an element of that. It can galvanise a crowd into a frenzy.
mass euphoria.
Yeah, mass euphoria. Yeah.
So I think if I was thinking of examples of what you describe as a banger, I would think of something like maybe Common People by Pulp.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. Mm-hmm. Maybe some songs by the likes of Kasabian. Also maybe some songs by the likes of Girls Aloud or Spice Girls or stuff like that.
Yeah, absolutely. It's not confined to sort of the rock genre.
Yeah. Right. Things that get the audience punching the air and singing along.
Forgetting themselves a bit.
Van Halen's Jump is the first one that springs to my mind back in the day. I remember being swept up in the crowd hearing that.
Yeah.
But that one's easy because it commands you.
To bang.
To jump. to jump, yeah. So I think the lyrics, something that you can identify with that lifts you up. The simple command of jump, I think it was brilliant. And then the rhythm, the beat.
Could slow songs be bangers? God gave rock and roll to you.
Yeah. And even things like, I would say, Angels, something like that.
Yeah, Robbie Williams.
Yeah. People are going to sing it.
Mm-hmm.
People are going to sing it and they're going to lose themselves in it. So it is possible. But they tend to be more... they have to be more anthemic, yeah. So a lot of like Simple Minds stuff.
Waterfront.
A slightly slower beat. And some of U2 as well.
U2's a band that I liked at the start, and I just got really fed up with it. I don't know what it was, or whether it was just because Bono's so annoying. But how content were you with the way it turned out? Were you quite happy?
From my point of view, it was more fun to do than the last one.
Right.
I absolutely wanted to go the whole hog vocally. It's unlikely that I would naturally go to a falsetto in any of my songs, out of choice.
Yeah.
But I figured we have to get it out there, warts and all, early on in this process, so I can get feedback on it. So. The main difference between this song and the last song is overlaying vocals, though. I like the vocals better in the sense that I was actually doing harmonies in the verse in particular. So there's actually 2 vocals for each of the second and third verses, and I'm doing 2 different melodies in it. So and I thought the melodies worked together well. I mean, I'm not saying that I sing them perfectly, but I thought they worked together well, and it made it interesting to do. I don't think the song gets going until that second verse comes in and the guitar comes in. The lyrics I thought were okay. The intro, the horn intro, as I listen to it more and more, I'm probably less keen on it than I was.
So let's score it.
So what did I score the last one?
You scored it 4 out of 5.
You gave it 4 out of 5 last time.
I think I'm going to be mean this time and give this one a 2.
That's okay.
Yeah, I gave it 3 out of 5 last time, so I'm going to give it 2 as well because I preferred last week's. So.
Okay, I'd give it a 3.
What did you score the last one?
I scored the last one 2.
Right. So overall,
I've nudged down.
Yeah, we had a score of 9 out of a potential 15 last time.
2 and a. This
And
is
now it's 7 out of 15.
must do better.
Can do.
The scorecard.
But how do you feel about that score? Did you have?
I really
expectations?
I really thought you'd love it. The last one I thought was. I thought I'm setting the bar really quite low, and this one was much nearer to a banger. So I actually thought it was gonna score okay. I thought I was really upping my game. If we go back to what I'm trying to do, I think I sort of painted this picture before, but what I'm trying to do is write that song that in the hands of a talented artist would have people jumping up and down crazy at some outdoor venue. Mm. So for me, this one is more of that ilk. You know, it's more Bangerama than the last one.
Takeaway for next month?
I'll avoid falsetto based on this feedback. I'll deal with the treble side of the vocal. So I want to do something with a riff in it.
I'm very partial to a good inventive riff.
Yeah, something that's just going to underpin the song almost to the point of a bluesy. I was also thinking of putting a harmonica in it for a laugh. That's why I said blues earlier on. I just imagined a harmonica all of a sudden. I've never recorded harmonica, so.
So have you got a chromatic harmonica, or is it a blues harp?
No, I don't. I think it's in. So the next song will be in the key of G, because I've got a G harmonica.
Right. Well, that's fair enough.
It's okay, party's nearly over anyway. Hey, it's alright. There's another one tonight. I thought I was the passionate one, always flying too close to the sun. But I think I'm gonna stick around this world with a